Hello, this is Stephen Whitfield, drilling contractor here at the 2023 IADC Well Control Conference of the Americas in New Orleans, Louisiana. And with me right now is a man who spoke at this conference, Martyn Parker, VP of Pruitt MPD Services. He gave a presentation about managed pressure drilling and sort of understanding it better, some of the tools that we're seeing to help people understand it better. So we're going to talk a little bit about some of what he said. Martyn, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Stephen.
So Martyn, your presentation focused a lot on the barrier philosophy and sort of utilizing it within MPD operations. So for those of us who are watching this right now who might not be as familiar with those terms, what is the barrier philosophy? How does it pertain to MPD? What's its value?
Well, in whether it's conventional drilling or managed pressure drilling, your barrier philosophy is either primary barrier philosophy, where you're talking about your fluid system in the conventional, and then secondary barrier philosophy is when you start bringing in the rigs BOPs, rig choke, etc., and containing the well before moving into dealing with the well control event. So when we talk about primary barrier control in managed pressure drilling, what we're really talking about is, and the philosophy really is very much the same as it is in conventional. You've still got your fluid system, and your fluid system still provides hydrostatic to the formation. But now you're also talking about a dynamic situation, so you've got your annular pressure loss, your friction. However, the key component that MPD brings is the ability to apply surface back pressure. So the difference between conventional primary barrier control or envelope and managed pressure drilling primary envelope is really the ability to apply back pressure at surface.
So one of the things that you mentioned that was kind of key to successful MPD operations is Influx Management. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the tools that we're seeing right now that can kind of help with that?
Yeah, I mean, again, to simplify that is, within the IADC and the information put out from via API, developed sort of Influx Management tools, which would be matrix in the simple form, and at a higher level you've got the Influx Management envelope. But essentially both tools do the same thing, and that is to say, okay, this is within our operating envelope within managed pressure drilling. It's planned for. We can deal with it. However, if we step outside of those boundaries, you've essentially lost control of your primary barrier envelope. So when you're in that position, we typically have a yellow transition zone where it says, okay, let's try to get back to the green operating envelope where we're comfortable, the planned. However, if we can't do that, there's a hard line in the sand. And that would be handing the well over to secondary well control, which would be the rigs BOP, and stopping the operation and securing the well.
So another thing that you discussed in your presentation was just the amount of industry guidance that we're seeing out there with regards to MPD. What are some of the things that you think we should know about? What are some of the industry guidance that we should be aware of?
Yeah, I think a key point of what I was trying to present to people is that industry guidance is out there and it is available. However, through certain operations and speaking to certain clients over time, they're not always knowing where it is or the availability of it. So a lot of the guidance has come from the IADC and is published in the API 92 series documents. So for surface MPD, it would be 92M, surface stack. When you start talking about subsurface BOPs, then you're looking at 92S. And then, in addition to that, the Canadians have released an IRP 22. It has some good guidance on MPD that is free. Obviously, the API documents need to be purchased. And then recently, the IADC MPD committee, to meet their core mission, which is to promote safe operations in managed pressure drilling, and give that guidance and tools to the industry, we put together something we called the land guidance tool. So one of the things I was really trying to get out to everyone is the land guidance tool is totally free. That doesn't need to be purchased. There's a tool and there's a guidance document. I recommend to people that they read the guidance document. It helps explain the process, and then go and use the tool. Both of these things are available via the IADC website. So you just go to the MPD or the UBO MPD section of the IADC website, and there's a section called Resources and Links, and you'll find those the land guidance document there. It covers all sort of unconventional techniques, from what they call returns management drilling to underbalance or to pressurized mudcap drilling, to different levels of MPD, hydrostatically overbalanced, hydrostatically underbalanced, multi-phase, and then right the way through to UBD. So all of those things are captured in there, and then once you've read that document, it basically tells you the process of planning and equipment requirements, competency levels, etc. Then you can use a tool, and the tool basically, if you follow the guidance document and you utilize the tool, through clicks in an Excel sheet you can download, will give you the output results.
Well, Martyn, thank you so much for letting us know about all of these tools that are available to the industry. As MPD becomes more and more a part of the conversation, it'll be great to know all these things that are at our disposal. So thank you.
Thank you for your time today.
And thank you for visiting Drilling Contractor.